1-2, Mike.
All right. Good evening, Iowa soccer supporters. I'm Ben Brackett here with my good buddy and co-host Blake Siebers. Soccer Talking It. What's up, dude? Siebes, how you doing?
What a night. Good Menace game. I mean, the crowd is now flowing out after the big Menace win 4-1 against Des Moines United in the inaugural Des Moines Derby.
Yeah.
But, look at them all just leaving, but what a night.
Yeah, it's a hot one out here tonight. The weatherman wasn't sweating like I was, but you could have been.
Yeah, I was a little bit smart. It was about at kickoff. It was about 90 degrees, but then as the sun set, it got down to currently now at about 90 minutes. It now is currently 82. The sun's down. There's a little bit of a breeze out of the south, so it's comfortable. I'm looking at like Armin Mujic, Menace legend, walking out of the stands. So it was good. Fun night.
Yeah, super fun.
Listen to them.
Oh, we've got the chirps. So anyway, 4-1 game this evening. To be fair, Blake, could you tell me any of the goal scorers?
Yeah, the Menace scored 4.
Correct.
And Des Moines United scored 1.
Yes,
it was a good little game, competitive. Atmosphere was good. And for a Thursday night,
yeah, pretty good.
Live soccer is good.
Yeah, very social. So we're about 2 minutes into this episode, Siebers. So we're gonna have some things to talk about beyond the atmosphere. What did you think about that Menace squad? They were pretty strong, but my understanding is that was not really like their first team. Yeah,
you're right though. They were strong. However, Des Moines United I was actually impressed. First time I ever seen them play. But yeah, it's interesting because the Menace has a game Saturday, so clearly their first team was not playing, which makes sense. And we talked to McKeever there at halftime, the Menace boss, and he gave us an interesting chat. So if you want to know what he said, where do they find that at, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, obviously on all the social medias, you find that at KIF Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and then at KIF_soccer on Twitter. What I was going to say is if you watch that, I think you'd be really impressed with the cameraman's footwork, walking and talking backwards at quite the clip.
It was a fast walk and talk.
It was
the fastest walk and talk we've ever had.
It was a
little different than the walk and talk we had up in Ankeny 2 years ago when there was a hurdle that.
Yeah, it was not seen. I was worried about that at that pace that I was walking at just recently. So anyway, so good chat with McKeever at half, and then we had a good chat with Brandon Ermels, the Des Moines United boss. Ermels was pretty positive, as I think he should have been, because at halftime it was a 0-0 contest. And, when you talk about how good Des Moines United was, especially in the first half, they were strong. I don't think there was much between the two sides.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, Ermels was positive, which he should have been. It's actually the first time we've ever been into a halftime locker room chat. And there was no air conditioning, so your Valley Tigers may want to get air in those locker rooms. But, yeah, he was positive, which, like you said, he should have been. And then I think the Menace just second half brought a couple boys on and put their foot down and ended any kind of upset potential there.
Yeah, and to be fair, it went pretty quick. The first couple goals for the Menace came in that first 5 and 10 minutes of the second half. But Des Moines United was able to pull him back on kind of a cheeky little finish right here in front of us. And to be fair, again, since that's what we're here to be, the Des Moines United fans were pumped when they scored their goal, weren't they?
They were, and that's kind of the challenge, right, for the Menace of they're in the massive stadium here at Valley, where there was actually a cool, good environment, but you just couldn't. The Des Moines United fans were banging drums and whatnot. But I think it throw out the challenge to the society and the Red Army, where I don't know if they made their presence known tonight as much as they should have.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they were here. I know they tailgated. We missed the tailgate, apparently, by the way. Did you know that?
Well, I did, because we went over there. Like they had no more. I don't know. I don't want to be super harsh, but there was no march to the stadium. I thought we got there early. Maybe we got
that
there
was
late.
COVID protocol. COVID protocol says no march at the stadium. I asked.
Well, then that's a completely different podcast. But but no. So back to this though. I mean, look at all the fans that behind us. Super cool. Getting autographs, players engaging. It's awesome for the community. Awesome for the young kids. And I mean, they're bringing around shirts, getting signed. I know I gave a few shirts away. Probably I wasn't supposed to, but yeah, it was cool.
I'll have to talk to the merch guy about that. By the way, if you're watching, I've got a nice jersey on, repping my Des Moines Menace, and then Blake's repping the Pro Iowa today.
Yeah, so that's a good plug for our YouTube channel. Get on YouTube, search Kick It Forward. Check us out because you can see kind of what we're talking about, which, again, this is one of the best things I think about one of the Menace games is look at the crowd out here, the parents, the kids, passing soccer balls, getting autographs that you don't find at an Iowa Hawkeye football game, a Cyclone basketball game, any of that stuff, which is, to me, pretty cool.
Yeah, right on for sure. So what do you know about the game this weekend, Blake? Des Moines United and the Des Moines Menace have a game, I believe. You got anything for me on that?
I have just a little bit. The Menace play Saturday here at home at Valley Stadium. You know, they play Caw Valley, which they won, I think, 1-0 down there at Rock Chalk Park last week. Maybe it was a week and a half ago, but it'll be a difficult game for them. They're rested up though, so to me, there's no excuses.
No, and they gotta protect that undefeated record. They'll take on Caw Valley, like you said, on June 12th here at home at 7:00 this weekend, and then they've got a couple more home games actually next weekend. They go back to get back against FC Wichita.
Finally, they've been away from home for a while.
They have. And so then they'll go away for another couple games. They'll go back to Wichita, and then they'll go to Chicago the following week, the last week of the month on June 30th. And then we'll finish up or start July with a couple of home games that we'll be back for.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately that's the COVID schedule, right? When it came out, the league had to come out with that schedule quite a while ago. Similar to the baseball, the iCubs, where they're playing massive home stretch and massive road games, but no, a good crowd for a Thursday. Again, I would hope and only assume it's going to be a little bit better Saturday, and especially when the game counts against Caw Valley, where again 1-0 win. The Menace has kind of been that's on the trend, right? They've won a couple league games 1-0, which doesn't give a lot of room for error.
No, and they do not have any room for error. And this is a group that's looking to improve on their year last year, where they went undefeated during the regular season and then kind of flamed out in the playoffs. And then so here they are on that same path, and I'm sure the plan is to get past Michigan, I suppose, because that's where they seem to stumble in that weird indoor stadium up there.
Yeah, I think now they're called Flint City, but it used to be the Michigan Bucks that had their number there for a little while. But again, repping your jersey, you guys not back in the day.
No. So the other thing that we were told to talk about today was the golf tournament that's coming up. We actually might have snuck a little round in today. How did it go, Blake? What'd you think?
Well, I didn't finish last, so it was good for me. It was positive. It was good. It was hot. You heard some valleys. You got the Des Moines United boy coming here, mascot. Oh, he's getting. You can take your shirt off, boss. Oh, just put the hat on. That's all right. You want to come in here, really?
This is what happens when you do it live.
Yeah, that's great.
So
sorry, Brackett.
No, it's okay. So golf
outing,
July 9th.
Yep, TCI, cool, super good course. They've been doing a lot of improvements. They've made a lot of changes there. But yeah, we golfed it. We snuck one on in Grandview at the last minute today.
Yeah, and we just had Speaking of live, we just had Luis Arredondo with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes just pop by, and that was who was in the background. Blake was too focused on promoting. So anyway, yeah, we got all sorts of scenes going on here.
Look at this, Ben. You got a full-on Menace / Des Moines United picture, which is, again, pretty cool. The Des Moines Derby, inaugural Des Moines Derby. While you get a picture of that, look at all the cameras going on right now. It's awesome. I mean, the boys, both groups battled to a 4-1 score line, but they're also now you got the kids coming in. So it's cool. You got the, again, 4-1 scoreline to the Menace, but guess what? All the boys on both teams, you got some dads on the Des Moines United with their kids in there. So it's pretty cool. You got again, look at all these parents, look at all the fans, look at all the community members supporting this cause. And our cameraman was a little bit too late, but he's got the jersey on. So hopefully he'll come back in here. And
sorry about that, Siebes. Just wanted to make sure.
Some time when I'm just stuttering along here.
Oh, it's all right. We wanted to make sure you had a picture for the social media. So I think this is maybe where we shut her down. Beautiful night out here. A unique game of the week this week. A little change of pace from our high school games that we've been covering. So we'll be back next week with another game for the Menace as they take on, who do we say?
Caw Valley.
Caw Valley. Up the Menace, I think is what we say. Congrats to Des Moines United on a great game this evening. What, can you do an eagle shout for me, Siebes?
Go.
I don't know if that's what it sounds like.
Caw Valley shout.
But anyway,
come out to the game next week.
That's right.
7:00 kickoff, Valley Stadium, Menace against Caw Valley. It means something. Come out Saturday. It means something as well.
Yeah, if you ever want to go to a game, slide into our DMs. We'll hook you up with free tickets, and if it's the right night, we'll come hang out. So let us know. Thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy.